welcome back to another vlog. Do you know what? I'm so tired today. I nearly picked up this Coffee Mate pod thing, milk thing, to put on my face. I was gonna say, I've got this weird redness again. I'll take you over to the light because when this happened before, someone said that there's a word for it. It was like oculus dermatitis or ocular dermatitis, something like that. I don't even know what specifically it is that is causing it. I don't know if it's the weather. That's what someone suggested. I don't think it's any one particular product, but I'm going to slather my face in Elizabeth Arden 8-hour cream and do some editing. That's what I'm going to do this morning. And I brought this from upstairs. I brought this from America. Is that weird? Because I wanted to try it out to see whether or not I liked it. You can buy this on Amazon. You can buy them in bottles. You can buy them in individuals. I know this is not a great environmental thing, but I really enjoyed the sip of coffee that I had, that Lee had when we were in America, that had the French vanilla Coffee Mate in it. So I'm gonna make myself coffee. I asked the other day whether or not anyone would want to see my list of like what I want to buy at Black Friday or on Black Friday, and a couple of you said yes. Well, on that list, just a little spoiler for you, is a milk frother from Smeg. Just because, to match, we bought ourselves this. We got some kind of rebate, maybe this time last year, from something. I can't even remember now. Where is the coffee that's open? There it is. Yeah, we got some kind of rebate and we decided to treat ourselves to these little Smeg things. But the frother that I've used for years was my Nespresso, the Aerocino, and it just gave up the ghost this week. It actually cracked, the top part of it cracked. So I need a new one, and wouldn't it be nice to have a Smeg matching milk frother? The answer is obviously yes, but I'm gonna make this coffee now, and if I really enjoy it with the creamer, I'm gonna buy creamers instead, because that's way easier. Is one of these enough? Because I've only got one. Also, I feel like that they last forever. Yeah, they don't need to be refrigerated, which freaks me out because it's clearly UHT. It smells nice. I think my mum gave me like a thing about UHT. Like, she would never, ever drink UHT milk or anything apart from Clear Pack. I don't think one is enough in a mug this size. But it is nice. And I don't feel like I need additional syrup or anything. I think that possibly 2 milks worth in this mug would be absolutely perfect. Right, I'm totally taking over the utility at this stage. I think I'm just gonna get like, I'm holding a candle. I was like, I feel like I'm in a video game. I think I'm gonna get like an aluminium, do I mean aluminium? You know, like stainless steel on wheels unit that I can kind of put here, and let's just put this door out of action, because then this is a game changer. I can have loads more surface space that's out of the kitchen dining room, and I've got this heater here to try and keep the heat in the room because it gets cold. Now I've got to go and wait for my wax to melt, so I'm going to go and play a little bit Stardew Valley and melt this candle. This is not quite right, you see? You see? This is not quite right. And these are the ones that I get to burn. There's not actually anything wrong with it. It just doesn't look very nice. So, yeah. I almost am tempted to make them like that on purpose sometimes. This one is vanilla mint, which I think, depending on, because I don't know, certain ones, they seem to kind of blend differently in the candle, but depending on how much vanilla kind of feels like it's got into the mix, I think it kind of smells a little bit like a meringue mint. That and sugar cookie, when we were at the market, I remember holding them up together. That's like 100% meringue mint, but the sugar cookie's got more of a like foodie vanilla, whereas this is like, not a fresh vanilla, but you know, like a creamy vanilla. I'm currently burning Merry, which, how gorgeous is this jar? And then you could just use it as a tea light holder afterwards. Plus it's got sparkle in it, can you see? I think I need to clean my lens, but it has got sparkle in it. Is that better? It might just be the flame that's causing that. But it does. And I'm gonna, wowzer, switch it for vanilla mint. Good morning. It is about 5:05. I didn't get around to finishing this yesterday because I had a bunch of candles that needed to still cure, which I'm going to go get out in a second. It's actually Milo's birthday today, so I'm hoping I don't disturb him because he's probably going to be like, oh my God, I know he's going to be up early anyway. But, you know, it's like Christmas morning. It's hanging outside work, waiting for Karen right now. I've got boxes filled to the brims with candles. There must be 65 candles in there. And I think I'm going down with something, you know. I feel like, you know, when your throat is warm, I think it's time for a couple of days of rest. It's been a couple of days and I did in fact get a cold. That sounds insane. I did in fact get a cold, and I've just been working from home and just not really feeling like much. But today maybe we'll chat. Maybe I'll show you some stuff. I actually did. I mean, I'm poorly, but look what I did. I actually did move around everything downstairs. I was thinking about this the other day. I was listening to an ADHD podcast someone recommended, and I was thinking about all the things that I need to still add to my list for as and when I get an assessment, because they like, you know, examples. And it's hard to think of examples on the spot, so I've kind of tried to add things to my list over time. And I think I've got to put up there that, like, a week after having a C-section, I moved a sofa from the outside, or from the garage that you can only access from the outside, a very heavy sofa as well, like abnormally, I had like a wooden base, to the inside, and definitely pulled something. But like, why? It wasn't necessary at all. I just on a whim was like, I'd quite like to put that sofa inside the house. It's not normal, is it? When I'm feeling my worst, I do the weirdest stuff. So yeah, I moved everything around downstairs so that the candle stuff is kind of less obtrusive in the main house. Makes it sound like an upstairs downstairs situation. It's a perfectly average size house, but it's now all in the utility room, so I will show you the new kind of layout because I'm really happy with it. Okay, let me show you now. I should have shown you it before, really, but this was like, I had a really big, really tall unit. Some of you may remember a really tall unit there that was all candle stuff, and then around this corner, this was all these shelves. So it was just like this whole area. And also behind here, I know I've still got, you know, it's a work in progress. Behind here was all stuff as well. So this little thing, which is fairly neat, and it's got these little blue baskets in it, is all of the candle making stuff, because some of it has been hidden in drawers. Most of it is now in the utility. So I've completely boxed off that door. We're not allowed to use that door anymore. The door does not exist. This is the big shelving unit that used to be in the snog, which is not a tidy shelving unit, but it's a necessary ugliness. Then I've got a melter that used to be over here, and I was saying, like, I need more surface space because I really only had, the melter was here, and I had like this little corner, and it was not enough. It was just too much with not enough space to actually do it over. So my original plan was I was going to get like a little rolling table that went here. But how I've done it is I've moved everything around. This is now, I've kind of put this where, this is the sink, over the sink. So I can mix and stuff and do things here. And then this is all pouring space. Then this is where I keep all of my oils, the actual oils that we use. And then up here is like labels and paperwork and stuff that again was just scattered around places in the kitchen. Then here, this is just a trolley of different samples and different oils that we have tried, and maybe this, I mean, there's just millions of these, and maybe we'll go back to when we're deciding on like the next round of seasonal scents. In the cupboards, we've got concrete vessels, we've got things to make concrete stuff with. Truly taking over my house, but at least now I feel like it's kind of all in one little area that I can close the door on. It is still slightly encroaching into the dining area, but nowhere near as bad as it was before. And I feel like now I can decorate this room, packaging in the corner. Now I can decorate this room for Christmas because it feels a lot more streamlined. Now I'm going to wrap up at my desk under blankets because it's free. This looks conspicuous because it's freezing. I was filming a gaming video last night. I actually posted something on my gaming channel, which was like, what are you doing? But yeah, I'm going to wrap up now and I'm going to log on for work. And this is where I'm going to be till
probably 6 o'clock tonight, so I'm going to leave you there. Thank you for joining me. Hopefully I'll feel a little bit better in the next one, and I'll see you guys next time.